Greetings, kingdom visitors. Today, the groom, which is I, am going to look upon what is inside the box of Key to the Kingdom from Restoration Games. If you don't know, Restoration Games is a company that takes games from back in the day, kind of tweaks them, makes them a little bit newer, more modernized, but still retains the same flavor. So Key to the Kingdom is a game that I had when I was but a child. Open the box. First thing you get is this one of these boards. These boards that feature illustrations. This is like the end boss board. Once you get done collecting the keys, you come here and then you go in to try and fight the main guy. Next up, we have the rule book. This is a really simple game. So the rule book isn't, it looks a little long, but it's because it's very big print, lots of beautiful pictures. As you see, a lot of pictures and illustrations. So even though it looks long, it's really not that bad of a rule book, and you're going to learn how to play this in absolutely no time. And then on the back is on your turn and what the different spaces mean. Then you have an adventure atlas. There's board players or spots on the board that you get to go to and have to do certain things, and this walks you through how to complete them all, and if you don't complete them all, what happens. And then here you go. You have activity pages if you were at a diner. Alright, next up we have half of the board. Got a cool little gnome on the back. Hold this bad boy open, and you'll notice there's a little hole. I'll get to that in a minute. But that's just half the board. Then you have the other half of the board. And as you see, they have the little puzzle piece parts. So you are going to join them to make a massive board. But then when you start the game, it's going to be folded up like that. And then if you jump into a whirlpool, you unflip half the board. So pretty awesome if you ask me. And you didn't, but I'm making a video, so I can ask me. Now go me. Is that awesome? And I will say yes. Yes, it is. Alright, now we got the keys themselves. These are what you're going around collecting stuff and doing adventures for. Let's get in close. There we go. That seems pretty good. So you're going to get the red piece, the blue piece, and then the green piece. And then you have the key. Alright, so those are the key parts. And as you can see in the corner right over here, it is a really nice insert as well. A place for everything. Alright, we have, I kept them. You really didn't need to. But these were the punch board parts in the whirlpool. I like collecting stuff. Alright. So, you have who the players are. You have a unique unicorn. Now we're going to get in real close so you can see well. And there. And there. There we go. So you have the unique unicorn, the gnarled gnome, the Canavis Knight, the menacing mercenary, and the pitiless pixie. And then you have this massive deck of event cards that can be many things. So you have the honest herbalist, scatterbrain skeleton, spitting sprite, part-time pirate, wandering woodcutter. So they all have really cool, fun names. Mysterious merchant, the frenzied frog. So, and all the cold cat, just meow. Here's a word, just meow. They'll do things like this one is you may move to any boring space, so they might have that, or they might help you with one of the adventures that you have to do. The Loutish Lord, Ghastly Ghost, the Boundless Bedbug, Direwolf, Ginormous Giant, Demonic Dwarf, Bothered Bear, the Ancient Antiquarian, Baronial Barber, Aloof Archer, Eager Elves, Voracious Vampire, High Strung Hellhound. That's not the type of Hellhound I want. A Laughing Leprechaun. And the artwork is just cool. Boisterous Bard, a Sanctimonious Selkie, Frolicking Fire Drake, Spectral Spirit, Cunning Cockroach, and the Offensive Ogre. So in your player colors, you will receive, there it is, this D8, which is cool because it's always almost D6s, D6s. This game comes with a D8. And then you will get a miniature. So here's the Canavis Knight. And you will get a set of action tokens. So you get a sword, you get food, grappling hook, shield, axe, net, rope, and fire. Because basically in this game you are rolling your die, you're moving around the board, but then if you want to move more or less, you can spend some of these. Sometimes other certain things you need to roll, you might be able to spend these, especially when you're trying to do the events and beat the monsters. So we saw the Canavis Knight. Now we'll look at the unique unicorn. All the items are the same, so I'm just going to show you the minis. And the dice are the same colors, so. Here's the Pitiless Pixie. Oh, why do I not remember what that one's called? That one was the Menacing Mercenary. I don't know why I remember that one. Bride played this one because she likes purple. And then the Gnarled Gnome. So even though I always play green, for this game I had to go orange because I prefer gnomes. So I had to be the Gnarled Gnome. And just the last couple of things. You have this other die, the demon die that you can get. And it's a D8, but it's got weird side. It goes 0, 2, 5, 11, 0, 7, 3, and 1. So you'd be rolling this instead of yours. So a lot of madness can happen with that die. You then have a few other items that you could get through some of those cards. You have the bee cannon, the kind of evil knife, the sticky stick, the magic coffee beans, and the mood ring. And then if you remember that first board I showed you, had spots for these guys that you'll put out there and try and guess where they're at. So you have some trash pandas, you have these weird mouthy things, and you have a clown. So again, that is what's in the box to Key to the Kingdom from Restoration Games. I was the groom, and I am now going to unlock stuff. Later.